Sonic 3. I'll start off by saying what most people already know. What an amazing game. From the graphics, the music, to the smooth gameplay, Sonic 3 is an absolute gem. And a rare gem at that, in that it's actually a good Sonic game. I grew up playing Sonic 3, mostly as Tails, not being able to see where I was going, trying to catch up to my brother who was playing Sonic, but I played it. And most of all, I loved playing it and had so many hours of fun doing so. Sonic wasn't just a game as a kid either, it was an amazing franchise of cartoons, comics and merchandise. Soft toys, yo-yos, sweets, even a weird Rubik's sphere thing. Never could work this thing out. Sonic was a huge part of my entertainment as a kid, and a lot of its franchise formats are still running strong today. Shame the games aren't so much, Sonic Research being a clear example there.
To me. To us.
But thankfully though, the classics still play great, and I feel Sonic 3 and its iconic attachable cartridge, Sonic & Knuckles, are masterpieces. So much so that it's still worth playing, writing and talking about it 20 years later. So, without further ado, here's why I think Sonic 3 and Knuckles is amazing. "14 zones, 3 characters, 14 special zones and multiple bonus rounds, and even an okay competitive mode, Sonic 3 and Knuckles has more content than a lot of modern games, and with plenty of alternative routes and level variety, you'll be coming back to Planet Mobius time and time again. Variety is something Sonic used to have over Mario, Nintendo normally opting for the usual desert, grassland, lava castle. Sonic mixed it up with floating islands, underwater cities, mechanical airships, Death Stars, eggs, death eggs. They're way better thanks to their elegant giant mustache motifs. Sonic 3, like all the other Sonic games, also has great music, each zone having its own theme and some acts changing up too. The music is so popular in fact that a large YouTube project called Project Chaos recreated every song in the game. And what better way to enjoy this variety than with 3 classic characters. Knuckles the Echidna, a hard-hitting, gliding wall climber with his own routes, behind special walls, different bosses, and higher difficulty level. Tails miles per hour, an easy character with the ability to fly and take otherwise inaccessible routes. And finally Sonic the Hedgehog, middle ground on difficulty, but top tier on being awesome. So much so that Sonic has no special abilities. Since each character runs at basically the same pace, strangely, Sonic in this ensemble of characters is what Hawkeye is to the Avengers, except that he's cool. On top of the 14 zones, each character can enter 7 special zones, a 3D world of red and blue orbs and crazy pinballs, just to make you hit the damn red orbs and have to start all over again. You enter these through giant hidden rings. Unlike Sonic 1, they're hidden throughout the level, rather than being at the end of the level. Once you collect all 7 Chaos Emeralds, Krillin dies and you become a Super Hog, saying Echidna. Nothing if you're Tails, because Sonic Team didn't feel you deserved anything for doing all of those hours of collecting emeralds. Well, fuck you, Sonic Team. So, you have all 7 Chaos Emeralds, Super Knuckles and Sonic are available at 50 rings apiece, giving you invincibility, extra speed, terrible music, but at the cost of ever decreasing rings. But what happens when Cell shows up and you need even more power, you say? Complete Sonic 3 with all Chaos Emeralds, and when you get to Mushroom Hill, that's right, Super Emeralds. Do 7 more fun / pain in the ass special zones to unlock the power of rainbows. You're now Super Saiyan Hog 2 / Hypersonic and Knuckles, now with seizure-inducing color, more speed, and rainbow trails. Even Tails gets to join in now with Super Tails. Note, not Hyper Tails, complete with zone Super Birds, which just kill everything on the screen while you just stand there. Alright. But along with ever-depleting rings, there's catch. The music, it just loops endlessly. Almost makes you want to not transform. I don't know which is more annoying, the Sonic 3 theme or Sonic and Knuckles. It just doesn't stop. Just imagine if Dragon Ball Z did this. Anyway, enough. At least it's not. Despite this, it is still fun to play as these hyper-powered characters, although bosses do lose some of their, shall we say, pizzazz. But anyway, back to why this game is great. The level design. Great platforming sections, great speed sections, bizarre but fun set-piece sections such as riding an Eggman ship, crazy cylinders, bouncing mushrooms, flame springs, propellers of death, abseiling, Mickey Mouse, speed hands, giant flying merry-go-rounds, balloons, spinning wheel things, and loads more. And all of this presented with amazing and expressive animations to a scale rarely seen at the time of release, and somewhat even now. Not just in the characters, but in the backgrounds and even the cutscenes. Bosses, and even the badniks. Brilliant, imaginative enemies ranging from flying rocket sharks, rocket-packed snails, cannon clams, rhinos on wheels, scorpion tanks, sand caterpillars, coconut-throwing robo-monkeys, adorable robot mice, regular robot penguins, robo-moles throwing mushrooms, normal mushrooms, a rooster, this bastard whatever the hell he is, and the most deadly of them all, the exploding Dwayne Johnson of Doom. The overall presentation still holds up today. Neat little touches like transitioning straight into the next level, or falling, flying, tunneling, or being fired out of a cannon to reach the next zone. Even sprinting up a crumbling tower to reach the final zone, the game gives you a real-time movement through the world. Moving on now to a somewhat weaker area of the game, boss fights. Now they're not bad, so to say, just rather samey, bar a few. They're standard 8 hits and they're gone, 5 for Act 1 bosses, but none are really that challenging, and are more waiting game than skill. There's still some standout fights, most of which are at the end of the game, but most of them, yeah, not so much. The final boss on the Death Deck, however, is a highlight, with 3 different phases, starting off with some gravity antics, followed by Robotnik somehow beating you in a foot race. Fat guy beating Sonic the Hedgehog, okay. Then on to some 8-finger death punch, and finishing up with a run for your life laser battle. Then if you've got all 14 emeralds, you can go into a space battle with some awesome music. A few other good bosses are the Mushroom Hill one, where you chase after a Robotnik jumping over spikes, hitting him each time. Pretty standard stuff, but it plays well. And the Metal Sonic fights in Sky Sanctuary Zone, taking you on a nostalgic tour of Sonic 1 and 2 fights. Which again, really these aren't bosses from Sonic 3, they're just taking ones from Sonic 1 and 2 and making them again. But they were still fun to play again. Overall, Sonic 3 and Knuckles is one of the best platformers ever, with loads of content and varying level design to make it worth playing over and over. All this, and I haven't even mentioned the insane amount of PC mods for the game. My personal favourite allows you to play all 3 characters at once and switch between them freely in all the original 2D Sonic the Hedgehog games. I lost count years ago of how many times I've played this game, and I'm sure I'll play it many more times in the future. If you've played Sonic Mania or any of the other 2D Sonic games, you'll know what to expect from this. Pure, high-speed platforming bliss. Thank you all for watching. My name is Phil, I'm the creator of this video. If you would like to see more of my videos, please subscribe to see more, and check out the videos on screen now. Until the next video guys, thank you for watching.